Hello class, this is Dr. Forbes, and this video covers the following group assignment, the CRAAP test worksheet. First, to get to your assigned group, log into eCampus. Scroll to the bottom of the page where you see My Groups. There's a Group Assignments Argumentative Essay. Click there. In this group, you can exchange files with your group members, have a group discussion through the group discussion board, send an email to members of the group, and there's a group homepage where you can see members of your group and the assignments you need to complete. Let's walk through each of these areas. When you click on the group assignments from the navigation, go to Group Homepage. You should see your name listed as well as the members of your group. The group tools are listed, and here are the group assignments. These are the links where you will be submitting the group documents. At the top of this page, you should see the document, the CRAAPTestWorkSheetVideo-transcription. This is the first document you will work on as a group. You will submit one document for the group. Let's look at the document. You will use this document in one source from one member of the group. Doesn't matter which source or which member. You need just one source total. Suggestion. If someone in the group is familiar with Google Docs, I would copy and paste this information into a Google Doc and then share the link with the other team members. This way, everyone will be able to respond to the questions using the one source the group selected. If not, then you can respond to the questions by saving this document and then sharing with the members of your group through file exchange in the groups area. When you've finished answering all the questions, save the document as a Word doc and submit to the link in your group area. This action will notify me that the group has submitted the document and it's ready to be graded. Another note, this is a group grade. Therefore, whatever score is given to the submission is the score everyone in the group gets for that assignment. Do your best work. Another note, when you are answering the questions, just respond on the document right next to the question. And if something isn't there for you to answer, just state that. You don't have to choose a source that answers all the questions. Another important note, do not choose any sources without an author, even for your essay. Every source needs to have an author. If yours doesn't have an author, throw it out and choose another one. Ask yourself the following questions when you're evaluating research source materials. Currency. How recent is the information? How recently has the website or the information been updated? Is the research current enough for your topic, or is it outdated? Reliability. Do you trust this source? What kind of information is included in the research source? Is it based on facts and statistics, or is it padded with large vocabulary but really no substance? Is the content of the source based primarily in opinion? Is the author's argument balanced, showing both sides of an issue? Does the author address other ideas that are opposed to his or her own? Does the author provide references or research sources for data and or quotations that they use? Does the author evaluate those sources, or does he or she use them at will without questioning the validity? Authority. Who is the creator or the author? This is why it's so important to choose sources that have an author. What are his or her credentials? Does the author possess authority to speak and to write about their topic? For example, a doctor would not have the authority to talk about a field of education, because she doesn't have a personal relevant experience in the field of education, even though she would have plenty of experience in the medical field. Don't assume just because an author has a PhD or a distinguished title that they are a reliable source for you and your purposes for writing. Who is the publisher and or the sponsor of the research? Sometimes this might indicate bias. Is the author or publisher reputable? What is the publisher's interest, if any, in this information? Does it make sense that this particular publisher would endorse such research? Are there advertisements on the website? If so, chances are it's not a reliable source because it's receiving its funding through private donors, which lends itself to biased information that is presented. Accuracy, the reliability, truthfulness, and correctness of the content. Where does this information come from? Is this information supported by evidence? Has the information been reviewed or peer-reviewed? This is why one of your sources in your research must be a peer-reviewed research source from the online databases. Can you verify any of the information in another source? Does the language or tone seem biased and free of emotion? Are there spelling, grammar, or other typographical errors? Purpose and point of view. Is the research source fact or opinion? Is it biased? Is the creator or author trying to sell you something? This doesn't necessarily mean a product, but it could be an idea, a concept, a change in behavior, way of life, or way of thinking. At the bottom, there are questions that you will need to answer individually. So for this last area, each member of the team will respond to these questions before the one document using the one source is submitted for grading. To complete this section individually, the first person will type your name before the first question, respond to the questions right after the question, and there's no need to retype the question. The second person and other members, you will copy and paste the questions below the first person's responses. Type your name, then answer all the questions, and you go on so forth until I'm able to read everyone's response to the questions. Some questions in response to your research sources. How does this source support my claim or my argument? What interesting topics of discussion does the research source discuss that I could potentially address in my writing? Remember, we want to engage in a conversation in our writing, both with the reader and with our material. What source do I have that negates my claim or argument? Remember, you must use one source that is the opposing argument to the argument you're trying to write about. What source challenges my argument or claim? If you don't have one, get one. You want to present a balanced view, and you can't do that without addressing the opposing viewpoints your audience may have. When you discuss them and then override them, then you establish authority as a writer, and you are in control of your material, not the other way around. Is this source focused on a different area or aspect of my topic than my other research sources? You don't want to have 5 sources all saying the same thing. Find some variety in your research so you can view your topic from many different perspectives. Am I controlling my research rather than my research controlling me? Meaning, am I being intentional in my research? Am I focusing on my main points of my argument and intentionally finding sources that will help support my points? Another note, It is suggested that you choose one person to submit the document after everyone has responded, and submit that to the link in eCampus, which is located in your group area. If you have questions or you need some help with completing this document, please let me know. Once you have completed your CRAAP test worksheet and everyone has answered all of the sections, now you're ready to go back to your group. So you'll go back to the group homepage, and here you will go down to the group assignments and click on this link right here, CRAAP test worksheet. This should look pretty familiar to you at this point. So you're going to scroll down, browse for the local file that you saved as a docx, click on I agree to submit my paper for plagiarism detection. You can add comments if you like, but that's not required. And then you hit submit. And that's all you need to do for your CRAAP test worksheet. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to let me know. Thanks for watching.